Bittersweet Diary. Anna was the kind of girl people noticed the moment she walked in. Beautiful, confident, and effortlessly kind, the campus belle everyone admired. But behind the smiles and compliments, she was just a girl who wanted to be seen for who she really was. Then there was Paul, the heartthrob. Charming, funny, and warm. Every girl liked him and every guy wanted to be his friend. He had that kind of presence that could light up a room without even trying. At first, Anna didn't think much of him. She thought he was like every other popular guy, confident, playful, and probably used to getting attention. But then he started talking to her differently. He'd wait for her after class, tease her gently about her serious expression, and say things like, "You should smile more. You will look even prettier." He wasn't just charming, he was attentive. When she forgot her umbrella, he offered his. When she skipped lunch, he handed her bread and said, "You can't keep doing that. Anna, you'll faint one day." They started spending more time together, walking to the library, studying in quiet corners, laughing over inside jokes that only they understood. People started talking. The campus heartthrob and the campus belle. They'd be perfect together, everyone said. And to Anna, it started to feel real. Paul would call her late at night just to check in. He'd brush strands of hair away from her face, look at her eyes for a sec, and say, "You always smell like coffee. I like it." Those small gestures made her heart flutter. When he leaned his head on her shoulder one afternoon and said softly, "You're so comfy," she felt her world pause. That night, Anna couldn't sleep. She kept replaying the moment in her head, smiling like a fool. He must like me too, she thought. Why else would he act that way? So she started acting like his girlfriend without the label. She'd bring him snacks, save him a seat during lunch, and message him good morning and good night. She didn't even look at other guys anymore. Paul was it for her. For a while, everything felt perfect. Until the day it didn't. It was a Friday afternoon when Anna saw him at the school gate. Paul was laughing, his arm draped around a girl's shoulders. The girl looked up at him, smiling sweetly. He leaned down, kissed her forehead, and said, "See you later, babe." Anna's heart sank. The world around her blurred. She wanted to believe her eyes were lying. But they weren't. Paul had a girlfriend, and it wasn't her. She went home in silence that day, clutching her bag so tightly her hands shook. That night, after hours of staring at her phone, she finally typed, "Hey, can we talk?" He replied, "Sure. What's up?" They met the next day. Anna tried to look calm, but her voice was shaking. "You have a girlfriend?" Paul looked at her blankly. "Yeah, why are you asking?" She swallowed hard. "Because you never mentioned her." "You acted like you liked me, Paul. You made me think." He sighed, his tone casual. "Anna, I'm sorry if you misunderstood. I didn't mean to. I'm just like this with everyone. I'm really just naturally friendly." Her breath caught. "Naturally friendly, huh?" She forced a small laugh to hide the crack in her voice. "Right, of course. My mistake." She left before he could say anything else. The moment she was out of sight, her tears finally fell. The next few days were unbearable. She avoided him at school, pretending not to care while her heart quietly broke. But one afternoon, as she walked past the court, she heard his voice. He was laughing with his friends. One of them said, "Hey, what about Anna?" Everyone thought something was going on between you two. Paul laughed. "Anna? She's just a friend. She read too much into it. I'm nice to everyone, that's all." Anna froze behind the wall, every word cutting deeper. She wanted to scream, to ask why. Why he had to make her feel so special if it meant nothing at all. Why? But instead, she walked away, head high, because even in pain, she had pride. That night, she deleted their messages, their photos, and every memory she had of him. But she couldn't delete the ache in her chest. Days turned into weeks. Eventually, the whispers faded. People stopped asking about Paul and Anna. Life went on. Then one afternoon, months later, Anna ran into him at a cafe near campus. He smiled, waving like nothing ever happened. "Hey, Anna, it's been a while. I have not seen you much lately." She smiled back, polite but distant. "Yeah, it really has." He asked how she'd been, but she didn't give him much. Just small talk, nothing more. When she walked away, she realized something had changed. Her heart didn't race anymore. She wasn't angry. She wasn't sad. She was free. She learned something through that heartbreak, that kindness without intention can still hurt deeply. That sometimes the person who made you feel special was just being themselves. And that's okay, because Anna deserved someone who wouldn't make her guess. Someone who wouldn't treat her like just another girl in the crowd. Someone who saw her, the real her, not the campus belle, not the popular girl, but the one who loved quietly and deeply. So as she walked out of that cafe, she smiled to herself and thought, he was just kind to everyone, but I've also learned to be kind to myself. Thanks for watching. If you like our story, hit that subscribe button and see you in our next video. Bye!